Hello traders, welcome back to this new video. Today's video we are going to review all the forex pairs, pretty much all the markets for the 2026, all the market I trade to be specific. It will be forex pairs, stock indices, and some commodities like gold, silvers. I'm simply going to show you my projection on these different pairs, what I expect for the year concerning each instrument. So those projections will be based on what I technically see on the chart and also based on the data we've got right now about monetary policy projection from central banks on 2026 coming from different economy, the major one as we know. So let's go back. So let's start with the most important chart, which is the DXY, the dollar index. On a fundamental perspective, the Federal Reserve from the United States, project to lower interest rates in 2026 for what we've known from the last meeting, the last year from the FOMC, excuse me, the FOMC. So um, remember, if we lower interest rates, it could means we will have a lower return on the dollar for investors. So investors usually tend to sell or get rid of the weak currencies in order to buy strong currencies because they want to have a higher return. So I'm talking about this because right now we are observing some interesting things between economies, the big economies around the world. So let's go to the trading economics. Tradingeconomics.com is one of the website I use to track my data, my economic data, and to make a good fundamental analysis. So for this instance, we have the United States Fed's funds interest rates. We can see in the forecast, we can see the projection. So the Fed project to cut interest rates from the 4%, I believe 4% to 3.25% at the end of the year. I think it's from the 3.75%. Excuse me, not from the interest rate right now is 3.75%, I think. So they project to cut the rates at least to the 3.25%. So we can see the same in other economics like UK, United Kingdom. You can see they project to lower as the same has the same way has the United States. You can see from the 3.75% to the 3.25% at the end of the year. You can go to the euro. You can do the ECB, the European Central Banks. I think they project to hold interest rate. I think around 2.15%. Excuse me. So go to the Swiss, the same thing, hold rates to the end of the year, maybe one hikes to 0.5%. We have also the Japanese, the Bank of Japan project to hike rates. This is very interesting. I think because they have right now the Japanese economy is facing right now a huge problem with inflation. They have some inflation, so they proceed. They want to hike rates for a good reason. They have other stuff reason around the jobs data, the economy in general, but Yeah, they project to hike rates. This is interesting. Then we have the Australian, we have they expect to hike rates, as you can see, from 3.6% to 4.1%. Interesting. You have the New Zealand, yeah, the New Zealand 2.25% holds during the whole year. Maybe they project to hikes a little bit to 2.5 at the end, at the very, very end of the year 2026. So with all that, we can see the projection, and this is very important for us to know what are the projection for for the central banks. This will help us to have a good direction of the currencies and how they interact each other. So before starting to analyze the GXY chart, let's go back for a minute to the United States economics to go deep in this data. We know that Jerome Powell is reaching the end of his presidency as a chairman of the Federal Reserve. This is this is a reason why I am I am bearish on dollar right now. In a long term, not right now. I'm bearish in dollar in long term. First, we know that John Powell is reaching the end of his presidency as a chairman of the Fed. The second point is there is a high change. He could be replaced by a new chairman who will be more, I think, more pro-Trump because it is President Trump who will elect the next chairman of the Fed. And we know that Trump wants to lower interest rates for his policy, so we could expect a dovish monetary policy from the new chairman. This is an expectation. So this is another reason I am bearish in dollar. So the other reason is we if we go back to if we go back to inflation rates data, we can see from the last 3 years inflation is cooling down. You can see it's cooling down. So on top of that, we have job data, which is not going very well. I think we can see the forecast, not the forecast. We can see from the last 3 years, the jobs data is not going well right now. The last release we have something like 64,000, which is not a big number for an economic like the United States. So the jobs data is very low. That's why the Feds allow themselves to cut interest rates so they can stimulate the economy because right now the economy is very, very slow. Let's go back to the chart. Let's start to analyze the DXY, which is the most important chart to analyze first. So what do we have? I already mark up my chart to make it easy and not make a long video to watch. So I'm just going to explain the level I'm looking for this here. So what do we see in DXY? In the long term, we can see price is in a bearish trend. We have some kind of supply here, so we expect price already bounce. We can see with this big bearish price already bounce from this supply zone to the downside. So I expect with the monetary policy of the Fed, which is bearish. I expect price to reach those level on the downside. So it is important to you to spot the both sides, because during this here, or there will be during this here there will be a group of people who will buy dollars and a group of people who will sell dollar. So that's why I like to spot both sides. So on the buy side, I have this zone as my target, my first target on the buy side. On the sell side, I have this zone and this zone. So even if you have a preferential bias, this is very important to spot the two sides. So that's why I will I will give you my target on buy side and my target on sell side for all the pairs I will show you in this video. Okay, so go back to the dollar. I have this level as my target, and if price decide to go even higher, I have this level where price could rebound again. Okay, so let's go to the monthly time frame. I will stop to the monthly time frame. I will not go even lower than this time frame, because this is the purpose of this video. I want to give you a long-term projection for this year, my target for this year. So I will not go down the monthly time frame. Okay, so in the monthly time frame for the DXY, we have this demand zone which is holding price. We can see we have a lot of consolidation, a strong move to the upside. So this is the demand. We can see price is holding on this demand. We have another zone here I mark up. If price decides, for my scenario, I want to see price break this demand, retest, and I will sell the market. So another scenario is price breaking this high, retest, and go to the higher price. So we could even had we could even measure this high from this low. We can see we have the 50% is here, can be another target to the buy side. Okay, we have even a better target, which is this imbalance located in premium of this move, which could be another target. Okay, so to resume the DXY, the level I'm looking for is, I will pay attention with this level. This level, we can see price is stuck between those levels. We could have another scenario where price decide only to range between those levels. This is a possibility. We don't know. So on the sell side, I have this level and this level, and on the buy side, I have this level. Okay, maybe we have another imbalance here. Is a possibility price reverse, try to break this and reverse like that. This is another possibility. As I can say, as I said, we don't predict the market. We just adapt on what we are seeing on the chart. So this is just my projection, my level I will be looking for this here. Okay, another thing is is this channel. This channel is very interesting because we could see a potential rebounds on this, because we are right now at the bottom of this channel. We can see price touch twice the bottom of the channel, and we could see a reverse from this level. So that's why this level could be a decisive zone to look for a trade. Okay, even if we break it or we bounce again. So I will pay attention to this level. So next one is gold. Gold have a good performance in 2025. You can see, I don't even remember if the last performance in the last 10 years or the last 20 years was like that. I don't even know, but 2025 was a good performance for precious metal in general. I'm talking about specifically on gold and silver. So, and on top of that, we have the perspective of cutting rates from the Federal Reserve, which is a good environment for precious metals. I'm still bullish on gold. So the target I'm looking for is this high as my first target on the buy side. I Because we are around the all-time high, it's very difficult to spot a target. So if I decide to go above this level, I like to choose a round number like this, for example, 5,000. So 1 ounce of gold will worth 5,000 if price reach this level. So this is the level I'm looking for. I have another level here, but I think this is not a realistic target. I don't think price will drop hard because we remember we are in 12 months, so a drop like that will be a crash. Literally, it will be a big crash. So this year I don't expect a big drop like that. So that's why I'm still very bullish on gold. Okay, let's go to the monthly. So we have this demand zone which is overlapping with this point of control. When we have in my strategy, the strategy I use when I have a zone overlapping with the point of control is usually a strong zone to take a trade with. So I expect price if price decide to go even lower, this will be a nice zone to take a trade, a swing trade or a position trade. I would say it because people who trade and invest in a long term, so whatever is buying physical gold or trade through an hedge fund with an ETF, this is a very good position to take a trade, a position trade, I would say. So for us trader, it will also be a good zone to take a trade, but we have another zone here, which is an imbalance that I will watch. I will pay attention to this level. If price decide to drop to this level, I will find a signal to take a trade on buy side. Okay, and I'll have another level here. This is a support which I will pay attention also to take a trade. Okay, so we have one scenario, second scenario, third scenario. We could possibly have a fourth scenario, which is price decide to go directly to the target. Okay, so that's my plan on gold. or in the higher time frame. The next one is the silver. Silver is the same thing as gold, very, very bullish. I have this as my first target for the year on the buy side, and if price decide to go even higher, I have this round number around the 100 as my second target. On the sell side, I have a level here we will see in a moment in the monthly time frame, but I also have this level, which is again not a realistic target. I don't expect price to drop like that. So this will be very, very ambitious. So let's go to the monthly. In monthly, I have the point of control, which is located around the same level, which is very, very far away. I don't think we will reach this zone. So this is why I have another level in between. I will looking for this demand overlapping with the value area high of the volume profile, which is a good zone for swing again on the silver. So this is the first scenario. The second scenario is go and silver simply going higher and maybe retrace after. So this is the level I'm looking for in higher time frame. The next one is US oil. So US oil is very interesting because I like to have this instrument in my watch list, because usually is this instrument can help you to measure the US economic heat map. So when, for example, we have a high inflation, usually we have a reflecting of the high inflation on US oil. We could see a high demand, so US oil going higher. On the other side, if we have, for example, a low inflation or a cooling inflation, we could see like it's right now, we have a cooling inflation in the US. We could see a lower price in the US on the US oil. So for me, I'm looking this as my target on the sell side. On the buy side, I will keep my eyes on this level on the buy side. Okay, let's go to the monthly. In monthly, we have kind of a channel, a descending channel here. I have a nice demand zone around here. So I have another level, which is this imbalance, which is acting right now as a support. We could see we didn't break this level yet. So the recent order flow right now is bearish. You can see we have a bearish order flow right now. So with the cooling inflation, I am bearish on US oil until we get a major impact. I don't know, it can be, US oil is a instrument which is very driven by the macroeconomics, so it can be impacted by war, by other major news in the world. So this is the level I will looking for. So maybe a break of this level to keep going lower around the $40, this level. You can see $40, and maybe a little rise around this point of control from the last year, overlapping with this level, and then a big sell to the downside. So this is my scenario and the level I'm looking on US oil. And if we have a higher demand in throughout the year, it could be around the $40, and maybe at the end of the year we could reach this level as a potential target on the buy side. Okay. Okay, the next one will be the next one to analyze will be the natural gas. The natural gas, um, if I yes, so you can see the last year we make an indecision candle. So when I have an indecision candle, I like to spot on the buy side the wick of the candle. So let's go to the downside. What do we have here? So we can see we have a nice channel. We have a demand zone here, and we have the point of control overlapping with this level. So for me, I'm expecting price to drop around this zone at the bottom of this channel, and I will find a signal to take a trade for this final target. Okay, on the buy side. If price decide to go even higher, I have this as my second target on buy side, and I have this the supply, excuse me, I have this supply as my third target. Okay, so that's the level I will looking for in natural gas. And again, because we everything could happen in the market, if price decide to break this low, I will be very bearish on natural gas. Okay, because right now I try to find this order flow. This is my order flow right now. I'll try to follow. Okay, so the next one is the first forex pair, the euro USD. So for the euro USD, you can see we are in bullish, long term bullish. We even tap in this demand zone. We can see price rebounds on this level. So for me, I'm looking to trade on buy side to this level as my target, and this will be my second level on the buy side. And if price decide to go even higher, I will mark up this level as my third target on buy side. Okay, on sell side I have this level. So let's see in lower time frame to make it more clear for you. So what do we have? We have this channel. You can see price is forming a channel. So I have this level. If price decide to go down on sell side, I will take a trade from this level to take a buy. I have another intermediate level around here, which will be interesting. If price came here, I will take a trade. The best scenario for me is to break this huge level. Go to the line chart. You can see this is an order block. This is where the volume are. So this is where price is holding right now. This, yeah, you can see. So this level is overlapping with the point of control from the last here, which is a powerful zone. For me, the best scenario will be a break of this zone, retest, and then a strong buy. I will take a buy from this zone to run target. Okay, so this will be my main scenario in Euro USD for this year. So this is the level I will be looking for. And if I decide to even go lower, let me take my Fibonacci from this low to this high. We have an imbalance here around the 50% of this level. This will be my last level to take a trade, to take a buy from. Okay, so that doesn't mean we could not find a trade in lower time frame. So I just pointing my higher target. So the next one is GBP USD. GBP USD, what do we have? We have a strong move to the downside, pretty much a range and a drop. We can see we didn't close below this low. We reject this low, so we have a lot of order coming from this fake out. So for me, I expect price, if I take this last leg, last order flow from this high to this low, I expect at least price to reach the 50% level of Fibonacci. But for this year, I think is pretty much a big ambitious target. So maybe in 2 years we have this year and the next year, then we could reach this level, but I don't think we can reach it in 1 year. This represents pretty much a lot of volume. Don't get me wrong, it's possible because we already have a big candle. You can see in the past we have a big candle before. So generally this big candle is triggered by a big move, a big major news. So for me, I prefer to stay in a realistic target. So my realistic target will be this level first, and this will be my second target for the year. We could also see we have some sort of imbalance which is holding price since 2016. Every time price reach this imbalance, we have a rejection. You can see. So I'm going to pay attention with this level also. So let's go to a lower time frame in monthly. For example, what do we see in monthly? So in monthly we have, yeah, it's pretty much clear. We have this supply zone which could be reached if, for example, we break this level, we close above this level, retest, and then I would like to take a trade toward this level. So another scenario will be a return of price to this imbalance zone. Maybe price reach this zone, I will find a trade to take a buy. So this is my scenario on GBP USD. The recent order flow is bullish. You can see. So we will see. So these are my level. I will looking on GBP USD. The next one will be AUD USD. So what do we have? We are in bullish order flow in a long term. We can see. We can also see we have some sort of support, excuse me. We have some sort of support because price rejects many time. You can see many time, third time to be precise. So I'm expecting price to go on the buy side. This is my first target. My second target will be this zone for this here. So let's see on monthly. In monthly we have this channel. Oops. On monthly we have this channel. So we also have this level. I will be looking. I have also this level. So my scenario is simple. If price decide to go down, I will take a trade from this level. And if price decide to go even lower, I have this zone to take a trade from. Okay. And the third scenario will be price decide to break this channel. I have pretty much an open, a very open level here, which is also a good level. So I will be looking to take a trade from a retest of this zone to reach these targets. Okay, so that's my plan on EUG, plus the fact that the Central Bank of Australia, they decide to or project to hike rates in this year. So this will give me some confidence to take a trade on the buy side. Okay. On NZD, the next one is NZD. NZD has the same as AUD. We have a buy. We have a bullish structure on the long term. You can see lower low, higher high is forming with a break of this structure. So the level I'm looking for as my target will be this high on the buy side. I also have this high, but I think is very ambitious. We will see. On the sell side, I have this low and this level, which make price react one or two times in the past. So yeah, let's go to the monthly. On monthly, what do we have? Yeah, it's pretty much the same level. I have pretty much the same level I'm looking for. So if price decide to break and retest this zone, I will looking for buy. And if price decide to reject one more time this zone, I will looking to sell this market. Okay. Okay, I don't have a preferential bias on NZD USD because NZD is very weak compared to Aussie, so we will see. The next one is USD GPY. What do I have? I have pretty much a bullish order flow in a higher time frame. So my target for this year will be the bottom of this imbalance. You can see, which is acting right now as a resistance. On the sell side, I will have this level as a target. I even have the point of control. Let's go to the monthly to see it clearly. So this is the level I'm talking about, the bottom of the imbalance in a 12-month time frame. I have this imbalance right here. I even have this demand zone which is overlapping with the point of control of the last year. So this will be my interest level to looking for buy You can see we could have this scenario like that. Or another scenario is price decide to go straight to the upside, retest, maybe continue to this level, or decide to fake out because this happen all of the time in Japanese pairs, in yen, Japanese yen pairs, because Japanese yen is very particular. They are very volatile, and right now the Bank of Japan, they project to hike rates. So I will be very cautious with Japanese pair when I would find some opportunities on these pairs. Okay. The next one is USD CAD. What do we have in USD CAD? We have higher, low, lower, low. We have this supply zone. So we currently located in a premium zone. We can see if we take this Fibonacci from this high to this low, we are above the 50%. We are in premium zone. So when price is located in premium zone, we expect to sell this market. So I am bearish, but what's make me nervous is we didn't tap this supply zone here. You see, price is holding right now on this order block. This is an order block. This is where the volume are. So for me, I'm very nervous, but with the monetary policy of the Fed with cutting rates, we could see a drop directly from this high. Okay, so my target will be this level first, and then the second will be this level. Okay, so let's go to the monthly to see it more clear. So what do we have here? We have an imbalance which is holding price right now. We could see another return to this zone before a drop, or we can drop directly and retest the open yearly here to reach the final target of the year. So that's my plan on USD CAD. I'm bearish right now on USD CAD on the long term. The next one is USD CHF. I mean, this thing is bearish forever. You can see we are very bearish. So my target for the year is still the same. I have this level as a target on sell side. If we see, if we go to, let me zoom in, I have this as my target on buy side. So I expect price, if price decide to go on buy side, I will looking for sell around this level. Let's go to the monthly. I have currently price is located around this demand zone. You can see price is consolidated here. Yeah, overlapping with the point of control. Is not very a good price action. So I will wait. Maybe price return around this imbalance zone to take a trade, a sell, or maybe, as I said, around this level. Okay, so I have nothing else to say to this market. Very bearish. The next one, let's go to the cross pair. The first cross pair is Euro GBP. I am very bullish on Euro GBP. We kind of like, we have some sort of, I would say, a flag patterns. So I expect price to break this pattern to the upside. on top of the fact that the euro, the ECB, the Central Bank of Europe, project to hold rates on GBP right now. As we know, they project to cut rates. So this comfort me in my idea to be bullish on this pair Euro GBP. So let's go. Let's analyze it in deeper way. So we can see we have this imbalance which is holding price perfectly for many years already. So my first target on the buy side will be this level, my second will be this, and if price decide to even go higher, this here, I will looking to target this level. Okay. So in the sell side, in the sell side, if I zoom in, I have this level overlapping with the point of control where I could find some opportunities. So let's go to the monthly time frame. We could see this perfectly, this channel, this descending channel. So I have this point of control overlapping with this zone. So this zone will be a strong zone. I have another zone here, some imbalance here where price could decide to reach if we break, for example, this level, retest it, we could reach this level and then take a buy from it. Or we could also find, if Euro GBP is really strong, we can also find a buy directly from this zone, point of control. Okay, so that's my scenario. We could even had or measure from this low to this high. We can see the 50% is overlapping with this imbalance zone. This will be very interesting. If price reach there, we, we will have a good risk reward on the upside. So the next one is GBP old. What do we have in GBP old? We can see price is pretty much ranging around this level because we have one rejection, two rejection. We even have the last year a rejection. We didn't close above this level, so this is saying everything. So on the sell side, I expect this level to be target. Maybe this level, but I'm not so sure. But in the buy side, maybe this point of control. So let's see in the lower time frame. In monthly, we have, yeah, we pretty much at the top of this range, you can see. So we are ranging since 2013. So, and we are rejecting this low. So maybe I expect price to go down. With on top of that, we have the GBP, which is projected to get its rate cuts, and in the other side we have the Central Bank of Australia, which is projecting to hike rates. This will be favoring a sell scenario. Okay. The next one is GBP NZD. What do we have? we pretty much we have a rebounds on this demand zone. You can see maybe a W is forming these well-known patterns. So I expect price to reach this as a target on the buy side, but um I'm not. I think this is a very ambitious target. Again, GVP is weak right now, and they are projecting to cut rates. But at the same time, we also have NZD, which is weak. So let me zoom in. I have this level has an important level. When we go to the line chart, we can see this is where the volume are. So we have this level. On the sell side, I have this level overlapping with the point of control from the last here. So I expect maybe, I think this target is very ambitious target. I don't know if price could reach it at the end of the year. We will see, but I will mark it as a target, but maybe in lower time frame we could possibly have a level in between to take to reach before reversal. I don't know, but yeah, maybe I will mark up this level because I think this level is very ambitious. We have the UK who project to cut interest rates. So we have the NZD, the Central Bank of New Zealand, who project to hold rates and maybe cut at the very end of the year. So I'm very, very cautious with these targets. So we will see. Let's go to the monthly. What do we get in monthly? We are bullish in a bullish order flow. Yeah, nothing else to say. We have the same level. This is the level I'm looking for. Yeah, to take a trade. Maybe a retest here to go higher, or a break retest to go down, or another scenario is price decide to go directly to this zone. So this is the scenario I see on the GBP NZD. The next one is Euro AUD. What do we see? We have a bunch of range here, maybe a break of structure, a return around maybe a supply. So yeah, we are bearish in long term. This is what is this is the particularity of Forex. On the long term, Forex tends to range. The the big trend, we will find big trend on instruments like indices, maybe gold or commodities, but we have some trends some of the time in a lower time frame, but in the bigger picture, most of the time they are ranging. Okay, this is the case of this euro out. I don't think we broke this low. You can see we didn't close above this, so this for me is the biggest range. So if you want to trade it, we could say we want to take a trade in the premium zone to sell it, and when we are in a discount zone, we want to buy it. Simple as that. So for this pair specifically, let me go to the monthly. I have this supply zone which is holding price, which have reject price one time. We didn't retest it, so I can see I have my recent order flow is bullish. You can see in monthly time frame, and I have this level. So I expect at the beginning of the year maybe a drop of the euro odd around the bottom of this channel, maybe lower, and then taking a trade from this zone. That's what I expect, with a final target maybe around this level. But if price decide to break it, we are going to be very very bearish on euro odd, but it's not the case right now. So I will I will keep my eye on this level. Okay. The next one is Euro NZD. So Euro NZD is same thing. This is the same thing. We are ranging a big range on a higher time frame. So on the buy side, I will looking for this as my first target, and yeah, this as my sell side targets, but is very low. I don't think price will reach it this here. We will see. So let's go to the monthly. We have the point of control overlapping with this nice demand zone. We also have this level. I think is an imbalance from the 12-month time frame. Yes, this level I'll be I will I will watch it. So for me, expecting if you have a drop to take a trade from this zone or this zone, or maybe price decide to go up directly to run this high, maybe we could start to see a reversal from this. I think it believe is a 3 monthly imbalance. Yes. So that's it for my plan on Euro NZD. The next pair is GBP card. GBP card on a higher time frame, we are pretty much ranging. We reject this level. We didn't close below this level, so that's why we have a lot of order coming from these rejections. So let me grab my Fibonacci tools. If I measure this high from this low, we pretty much above the 61% level of Fibonacci. If, for example, I take from this high, we could see a nice target around the 50%. So for me, this will be an ambitious target. It's not a realistic target for this here. Maybe we could potentially reach this target with many candle, with, for example, in the next 2 years or the next 3 years. It's possible, but right now I don't think this will be a realistic target for this year. So I will I will target this at least as my first realistic target for this year on the buy side. On the sell side, I have this support as my target on sell side. So let's go to the monthly. What do we have in monthly? We pretty much ranging. Yeah, this is I don't I don't like it. This is very garbage. Yeah. So I will stay away for this pair for a moment. Maybe in lower time frame I will find a trade, but right now in monthly I don't see anything interesting right now, so I will skip it. The next one is Euro card. Is the same as GBP card, so we are pretty much ranging in higher time frame. So maybe I will look for this as my realistic target on buy side. We have also this volume, this level, this order block as my potential target on sell side. I could possibly say this level, but I'm not sure with this low volatility in this market if we can reach this target on this year. So I will stay for these targets. Let me see on monthly. Yeah, it's not price action. Price action is not the best on this pair. You can see we have this level, but yeah, we pretty much we have some kind of order flow bullish, but we have an imbalance here. I don't think we could reach this, but I have this level. This is the level on sell side I will be looking for to buy. So let's see. Let's see. We also have the point of control overlapping with this level, which will be also a good zone to take a trade from. So yeah, nothing else to say with this ranging pair. The next one is GBP So GBP what do we have? We have we are pretty much in a bearish order flow in long term, in bearish structure in long term, but we have some kind of a bullish internal bullish order flow. You can see. So my first target, if I want to zoom it, my first target will be on buy side will be this level. This unrealistic target. My target on sell side will be this level or this point of control in the lower time frame. Let's go to the monthly. What do we have in monthly? We have pretty much a bullish order flow. You can see. And on sell side, I will look for this zone or this zone to take a trade with. So if price decide to retrace, this will be a nice zone to take a buy. Or maybe price decides only to go up to this zone without giving us a good entry on retracing by retracing on this zone. Okay, we have the point of control which is here. I mean, is pretty far away from is very pretty far away from the current price. So maybe if price decide to break this, we could see a nice opportunity to the sell side, but I'm not very confident with about this scenario. So yeah, this will be my plan on GBP GPY. Yeah. Targeting this level on the long run. Okay. The next one is the next one is Euro GPY. We can see we have pretty much a bullish order flow. We have a bullish order flow. So on the long run, on the buy side, I have this level as my realistic target for the year. On the sell side, I have this as my target. So yeah, we have also have a supply zone here, which is overlapping with this high. So let's see on monthly time frame, we can see we have the point of control, which is very far away from the current price. I don't think so. I don't know if we could reach this zone, but right now we have this level. Are we looking for to trade? And also have this level of imbalance where I would like to see price return to take a trade from. So here to target this this level we mentioned on a higher time frame, on the 12-month time frame. Okay, so that's pretty much my plan. If price decide to break this level, we could see a return around this level and maybe take another trade on this level with a better risk reward. The next one will be AUD GPY. So what do we have here? We pretty much have a range in a long-term higher time frame, and I'm looking to reach these targets on buy side. This target will be my target for the end of this year. So on the sell side, what do I have? I have pretty much this zone. We will see it clearly in monthly time frame. You can see we have this momentum to the upside. This will represent my target on sell side. We even have this point of control. So we will see, because right now we have a strong momentum to the upside. It's possible that price continue to go higher to reach this target and don't even give us a retracement to this level. So for me, I would like to have a retracement first around this level before taking a trade to the upside. So that will be my plan to for this pair. So if AUD decide to retrace even lower, I will looking to buy around this zone. Okay, so that's my plan. Next one is NZD again is the same structure. We have pretty much a range on a higher time frame. I'm looking to reach this target at the end of the year. It's pretty much I would say an ambitious target, but we will see. On the sell side, I have this as a target, and let's go to the lower time frame. Let's go to the lower time frame. In monthly, the same, we have, you can see this as an order block is a strong level. I go back to the candlestick chart. We can see I expect price to reach this level. If price reach this level, I will take a buy. If not, I will looking to maybe buy around this level. So let me mark up another level here. This is a strong level. So this is my scenario. So waiting price to reach this level and take a buy, or if price decide to retrace even lower, I will take a buy from this level, having a target here as my second target, because my first target will be this high. Okay, so the next one is KGPY. KGPY we pretty much have in long term. Yeah, we also have a range. This is a range between this level and this level, but we have also a momentum to the upside, we can see. So let me zoom in. So this will be my target on the buy side for this here. This target, I'm not so sure for this target, but this will be my first target first on the lower side, and on the sell side I will mark up this level. Okay, let's go to the monthly. What do we have? Monthly is more clear. We have this zone. This is the top of this imbalance. I mark this zone as a support. I even have this level. Usually when I have two zones side by side, it makes a strong zone to take a trade. So I expect at least price to return around this zone, and this is where I will find a signal to take a trade towards this final target of the year. Okay, so on the sell side, if price decide to break this zone, maybe this will be a strong signal to find a sell towards this order block. Okay, overlapping with this point of control. So that's it for the KGPY. This is my plan. The next one, the next one is CHF GPY, the franc Swiss versus the Japanese yen. So we can see we're pretty much bullish. This pair is a beast. Is very beast. We have a strong momentum to the upside. We pretty much have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 years of bullishness. This is crazy. So the level I will looking for to take a trade will be this level. If price decide to retest here, I will take a trade. On monthly, what do I have? I have this level to take a trade. See, so we are very bullish on CHF GPY. So we will take our time to take an entry on this kind of pair. We really want to see a retracement, maybe around this imbalance zone. Maybe if price decide to retrace lower, we will see. Okay, and You can see the point of control is very, very far away. I don't really expect price to retrace here, at least for this year. But as I said, everything can happen. We will see. Okay. Next pair is Aussie CAD. Aussie CAD, we see. I don't like very rangy pair. It's very consolidative pair. I don't like it really. So I don't want to talk about. So I don't want to take any time to analyze this. But what thing I could say, we could see a bullish movement to the upside due to the bullishness of Aussie dollar. The central banks project to hikes interest rate on Aussie, so we could expect a rise on this pair. If I zoom in, maybe this as a target or this as a target. Let me see on monthly, what do we have in monthly? We pretty much, yeah, it's very rangy pair. So uh, for me, I would not trade it frequently. I would not trade it. I prefer to 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 concentrate in other pairs with more liquidity, with more volatility, and with more clean price action, I would say. Okay, so the next one is NZD card. NZ card, the same. We are ranging with a lot of wicks. I don't like it. I really don't like it. But I, on the sell side, I is a little bit more clear than the Aussie. We could possibly have a target on sell side here, have another target here. On the buy side, I mark up this level. I could see price retest this zone before continue lower. This is what I expect. So let's go to the monthly. What do we have in monthly? Yeah, very rangy pair. So this is not my cup of tea. So as I said, expecting maybe a rebound on this level to take a short, or maybe we could see a sweep of this low, maybe a retracement, testing this zone and target around this point of control. So I don't want to say too much about this pair because it's very rangy. This is a pair I rarely trade, so that's my plans, my kind of a plan for this pair. Okay. The next one is GBP CHF. GBP CHF very bearish. Let me zoom in. So my target on sell side will be this, and my second target will be this simple. So if price decide to go up, maybe this will be my target on the buy side. Let me see on what we got in monthly. Yeah, we have this point of control which I believe is overlapping. Yeah, let me mark up this. It is overlapping with this volume. You can see this zone. Yeah. This will be a strong zone, a decisive zone, because if, for example, price decide to break and retest around this zone, we could find a buy, maybe around this imbalance. This is a possibility, but because we are in long term, bearish, maybe I will expect a retrace around this level and then find a short, or price could decide to go short directly to run this low. So this is the scenario I see on GBP Okay. So the next is Euro CHF. Again, it's very bearish. We need to find sells. We have this as my only target for the year, and this will be my target for the buy side, but I don't really believe on buy side. I think we will continue to go to the downside, but who knows. On monthly, what do we have in monthly? Yeah, it's very consolidating. Is that's not for me. Again, on higher time frame, maybe in a lower time frame we will find some possibility, but right now, if I stop in the monthly, I don't see any zone, important zone. Okay. The next is OZ CHF. Same thing. We have this as the long-term target on sell side, and this has my target on the buy side. Let's look at the monthly. Yeah, same way, but we have some kind of a zone here with this imbalance where we could see price reach first before continue lower. This is a possibility. So besides that, we are ranging. The next one is NZD CHF. Yeah, same thing, same story. We are bearish. I'm looking price to reach this level on buy side, and sell side maybe, not maybe, this low. Maybe this low. Yeah. So maybe we could see something like a rejection and rebounds of price, or maybe price tend try to retrace around this level, and then a new setup will appear on this level. Let's see on monthly. Yeah, it's very bearish. Maybe this level, we already test this level, you can see. Maybe, yeah, I don't want to speculate too much on this pair because it's clear we are bearish, very bearish. The momentum is very bearish. So same thing with card CHF. Again, we are bearish. This will be my level I'm looking to take a short on the buy side, and on the sell side I have this level as my target. Okay, so in monthly, yes, the same structure as the OZ CHF. Yeah, we are ranging. So maybe let the price develop a little more, and then I think the best opportunity will appear if we reach this zone. I will I will sell these markets. Okay. So the last forex pair is AUD NZD. So this is very interesting. It's funny because I recently watched a video or a documentary in YouTube where they explain why people are leaving the New Zealand to Australia. And they said the the immigration is the cause of the hike of the living cost in Australia, because we have a big part of population living New Zealand to relocate in Australia. In this group of population, this group of people, they said we usually have active workers, we have even young students who leave the New Zealand to go study and learn in the big school in Australia. So we have this big infrastructure like banks, we have high school there, we have hedge fund, we have even businesses and startup which are opened in and located in Australia. All those infrastructure brings an active economy. So, you know, active economy usually means high level of expense or high level of consumer, and a high level of consumer usually brings a high inflation. However, what is left in New Zealand is usually an economy driven by agriculture or some other small job. We even have retired people we who are living there. So when we put all that together in perspective, on top of the fact that the Central Bank of Australia, the RBA, want to hike interest rates in their projection in 2026, we have the perfect gumbo understanding why we can see this reflecting on the chart like this. You see this huge candle. For me, when I put it all in perspective, this is the result of what is happening right now between the New Zealand and the Australia. So we have the Aussie dollar getting stronger relative to the Kiwi dollar. So we can see we have pretty much a range here and then a break. Yeah, I think we break. We don't really break this low. I don't think we break this low. Did we break it or not? Yeah, I don't consider it as a break of structure. It's more like a fake breakout. This is a fake breakout. So, for example, this, yeah, we didn't break. For me, it's just a rejection of this low. This is a rejection on the sell side. This is a rejection of this low for me. So let me get rid of that. So if, for example, if I take my Fibonacci from this high to this low, you can see I expect price after rejecting this low retrace at least around this 50% of Fibonacci level. So that's my target for the next year or for the following month. So I will mark this as my first target, not my first, but my one of my targets for this year. This pretty much will be my first target on the buy side. On the sell side, I will pay attention on those level, on this level. Okay, let's go to the monthly. What do we have in monthly? So we have this as a target on the buy side. We can see we have some sort of order flow bullish. We have some sort of order flow bullish in this channel. So for me, I will be looking to trade from this zone, and maybe this zone around this imbalance. So a trade from this level. If price decide to go even lower, I will take a trade from a buy from this level. We could also see The other scenario is price can go higher directly and reach the target without giving us another retracement, okay, which will be a good setup to trade because we will have a good risk reward. So yeah, I'm looking I'm looking to see price reaching at the end of the year the the top of this channel around here. Yeah, this is my target for for this year on AUD NZD. So that's it for the AUD NZD. I'm very bullish on this pair based on the macroeconomic and what I have said at the beginning of this analysis. So if you are interested to, I will leave you the link of the video I was talking about the relation, the economy between the Aussie and the New Zealand, what is going on right now. So maybe I will show you. Hold on. This is the name of the channel, Economics Explain. So you can go to this channel, you tap on the research bar, tap New Zealand, I believe, New Zealand, tap entry. You're gonna go, I think is this video, why everyone is leaving New Zealand. They explain all in detail what I said in the analysis. So this is a reason, a part of the reason I am very bullish on AUD. If you want to understand more fundamentally what is happening right now in between Aussie and the New Zealand, you I recommend to watch this video. Okay, so let's finish with stock indices. So on stock indices, I'm still full bullish because cutting interest rate on the US dollar is usually a good for businesses, and we have a cooling inflation on top of that. So this is a good environment for indices to continue going up. So for me, I will look for this zone. Excuse me. I will look. This is the zone I will look for to take a trade. So let's go to the monthly to see it clearly. We have this. You can see we have this channel. We currently at the top of the channel. So we could expect. I want price to reach around this level to take a buy. If not, I even have another level here to take a long. Okay, so that's it for the S&P. I have also have this level, which is the point of control. I will keep on my high on this different level, so this and this to buy the S&P. And if price decide to go even lower, we will find another zone to take a trade, maybe at the bottom of this channel. Okay, so that's my analysis on S&P. On the long term, the next one is the Nasdaq. The same is I'm bullish on Nasdaq. I have this level as a target, one of the target on the sell side. I have another level here on the buy side. On the sell side, I have this level. I will watch, I will pay attention. So nothing else to say. I'm still bullish. So wait, I will wait a return around this level to take an entry. If not, another return here to take an entry. I'm bullish. We can see this point of control is pretty much almost, this point of control is almost overlapping with this zone. So yeah, this is my plan for on Nasdaq. And then I have the Dow Jones. The Dow Jones, same thing, I'm still bullish. I have this level I'm looking for on the sell side. Uh, I'm not very optimistic with this level here because we already tap on this level. So I will say I will keep this level as my sell side target. On monthly, we yeah, pretty much my unique level, strong level to buy the Dow Jones. Again, price could start to go higher and higher without giving us a retracement. So we are just going to adapt, okay? And then we finish the video with the German DAX is the same. I'm bullish on German DAX. This is my level on sell side. I have another level here with this imbalance where I will want to see price return in order for me to take a trade to the upside. So yeah, that's it. Let me add the fixed range profile from from January 25, yeah, to January 2026. So we have the point of control here. So maybe we will have, yeah, I think I will pay attention to this level. So maybe a return around this level. That's it pretty much for the analysis on all the pairs. So yes, it was a long video, but it was necessary to cover my long-term target on all the instruments. I will probably trade if I have some opportunity this year. So remember, don't take it as a financial advice. I'm just sharing my thoughts and my opinion on what I expect in 2026. So the market can change. The market can change my bias at any moment during this year due to maybe a major events impacting the market. I don't know. So we are not here to predict the future, but as a trader, we need to react on what we are seeing on the chart and using the economic data to perform or to understand well the market to get a good edge in our entry. So I hope you have enjoyed this long video. I know, but as I said, it was necessary to cover all the instruments. If it is the case, feel free to leave a like and subscribe to the channels for you to not miss the next video if you like it. So the next video will be a short format. It will not be usually a long format. Don't worry. I will not do this kind of long format again, but yeah, the next video will be the Forex forecasts for this time the major pairs. I will not cover all, but I will be trading the cross pair, the other pairs, the indices in the background, but I will most of the time forecast the major pair because this is the pair I found more liquid in the market. So Happy New Year. Be careful on the market. I wish you the best in your trading this year. It was Josue, the part-time trader. I'm out.